So I've been getting back into creating. The desire to pick up my camera and make something is back. Now all I need is an idea, which is easier said than done. It's amazing what you can find in the mess of things. For example, a book lying around that I used to carry in high school, supposedly housing a book of ideas. Or I should say books of ideas, because there was more than just one. There's a common theme between them though, and that is I suck at coming up with ideas. There are pages and pages dedicated to the most unproductive thoughts on the planet. Mainly just me venting as if the book was my therapist. And doodles, lots of doodles. Now don't get me wrong, there are some gems in here. Like the script to my first ever short film, some ideas for a vlogging series during Christmas time called Vlogmas, and a video about a stuffed penguin named Kevin. Also in these pages are short films that I wrote but never got around to making. Most of which are pretty depressing, but still good. One of which I'm actually rewriting and hoping to turn into a proper film here soon, but we'll see. The night I decided to go through these books, I remember feeling what that 17 to 19-year-old John felt, what he went through, what he was going through at that time. I mean, I carried these books with me everywhere throughout high school, from class to class, pretending I was actually taking notes, but instead I was just writing about whatever I wanted to, creating whatever I wanted to, or just, you know, venting throughout the day. I can still remember the day I got it. I was at Staples with my grandma, and I wanted to have something physical that I could write my ideas in. A blank canvas. Even as a kid, getting a new notebook was extremely exciting for me. Having all those blank pages was like an open playground to do whatever I wanted, to create whatever I wanted to create. I think that's why they're so significant to me, because they're a part of me and who I was as a kid in high school. The later versions of the Book of Ideas are much more recent, but much less meaningful. I wish I could go back in time and tell that young John things he needed to hear. Because I do believe that the Book of Ideas was in some way, shape, or form self-therapy. Although not very effective self-therapy. But oh well, what's done is done. That old John, that old version of me laid the foundation for current me, and I like current me. So, there's that. Nowadays, I just write in my iPad, so while there is no physical book of ideas for me anymore, the principles are still there with me. In fact, the best idea that book had was the idea of getting the book in the first place. Otherwise, old John would just be a fading memory, and now he's permanent. Forever. Ask yourself, what's in your pages? Go back and see how far you've come. Who knows? You might find a great idea in those pages.